It's Thursday. It's 7 o'clock. It's Amway Live. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Here from Milton Keynes from our Amway TV studio, coming to you live for our second Amway Live show. Paula and Navin are with us this evening, young ABOs who are building a fantastic Amway business, and that's going to be the highlight of our show tonight. We're moving to the highlight of our show this evening, our young leader panel, and I'm absolutely delighted to introduce first of all our host, Sean Freckleton. Thanks for hosting, Sean, and our wonderful young leaders. Welcome to Paula, who achieved platinum in June last year. Congratulations, Paula. And welcome to Navin, who's on his way to gold, so really firing it up and very, very close to gold producer. So please welcome our young leader panel.
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you for joining us here in our Milton Keynes studio here with Amway. I'm absolutely delighted and honoured, as well as privileged, to be sitting with you both on our young leaders panel this evening. And I've been looking forward to today in particular because I know as a young person, the choices that are out there and the opportunities are endless. But I also know with great conviction that an opportunity with Amway, there's great certainty. But maybe I'm a little bit biased, okay? So I would like to know from you both, Paula, great privilege to have you here, and Navin, you two. How did you hear about Amway? When did you join?
Thank you very much, Sean, and thank you very much to Andy for having us. Yes, I joined Amway as soon as I turned 18. It was more like by force. As soon as my mum, because my parents joined the business before I was 18 years old. So that was basically my birthday present, joining Amway. And yes, so I heard the business opportunity from my parents. From
your parents, okay,
yes.
Great, thank you. And yourself, Navin?
So yeah, a bit of a strange story. So back in 2014, I was traveling in Australia. Just went there for about 7 months and got connected to my mentors, Dom and Karina, when I was over there living in Melbourne. And yeah, they introduced me to the business, and just my eyes lit up as soon as I met them and saw the business plan, for sure.
Fantastic. Well, welcome. It's great to have you both, working closely with us in partnership with Amway. But I would like to know, Paula, you said you were 18 years old at the time when you joined Amway.
Yes.
But, what inspired you to really start building a business with Amway? Okay,
so when I joined at 18, I wasn't active. I was more active when I was in my 20s. What inspired me was seeing my parents go to all these free holidays given by Amway, and they didn't have to pay for anything. So that was one of my inspirations because I wanted free holidays. I wanted to, go somewhere where I didn't have to bring up my money and pay for anything. And that was my inspiration, really.
Yes. Yeah. Good. I mean, you're both young people. Yes. And Navin, I would love to know from yourself, as a young person, what inspired you to start your Amway business, and what made you feel you could achieve something for your future as a young leader?
Yeah, great question. So probably the first thing was when I met Dom and Karina. They were already a free couple, and Dom's parents, Peter and Helen, have had an Amway business since 1980, and they've been free since 1987. So I guess first and foremost, seeing their lifestyle of just freedom was incredibly attractive, and yeah, it was mainly the freedom and the travel that I saw, and just the flexibility they had. Like Dom and Karina now have a little 2-year-old girl, and they're full-time parents. So that was massively attractive for me because I wanted the same thing.
And what is it you do professionally yourself? Because I know you run an Amway business, but you also professionally you're qualified in other areas as well?
Yep, so my background is actually in education, so I'm still working full-time at a school. So I work with 16 to 19-year-olds, which is great fun, in a sports development role. Yeah.
Okay, good. And may I ask, how old are you both? Paula, how old are you?
I'm 29 years old.
29, okay, good. I'm jealous. And Navin, yourself, how old are
so
you?
I just turned 30 recently.
Just turned 30?
Yes.
Okay, great. Great. So you've both had a good journey with Amway so far. You know, you are young leaders here. You're soon to be gold. I saw your name on the list for qualifiers for Dubai coming up. And Paula, you're also on track for Dubai.
Yes.
But, you know, how did you get to where you are? You know, what obstacles did you overcome? And, you know, what words of advice or words of wisdom would you share with other young leaders or other leaders in the Amway business? So Paula, ladies first, I'll start with you.
The obstacles that I came through while building the business was just mainly having that self-confidence, trying to build the self-confidence, because you're running the business by yourself. So you have to give yourself that confidence for you to be able to wake up in the morning and, you know, build the business that you want, because you're the one that's in control of the business. So that was one of my obstacles, just building. It took time for me to build my confidence, and I still feel like I'm still building it, because this is a lifetime opportunity. So, you know, every single journey counts. So yes.
Thank you. And Navin, what obstacles would you say you've had to overcome during these years you've been building your Amway business?
Yeah, so initially definitely it was learning how to manage my time. So I've always built this alongside of a full-time job. So trying to manage my time evenings and weekends was definitely a bit of a challenge initially. I guess the other things were, like Paula said, learning how to get out of my comfort zone, learning how to meet people. So I have a group at the moment which ranges from the ages of 18 all the way up to 60. So learning how to connect with people of different ages, different backgrounds. Various different locations around the UK and now also Europe. So it was, I guess that was a challenge initially. But yeah, I really loved it. And also more so recently, probably in the last couple of years, it's been learning leadership and learning how to lead teams and motivate teams for sure.
Yeah.
Great.
Definitely.
Paula, you want to add to that? You want to add anything to that?
No, I think he's touched on some good points
Yeah.
there, which is, I think it's the generation that we're in at the moment, just trying to grow ourselves, because there's, you know, you have to be careful to who you're getting your confidence and where you're getting it from. So by reading books, motivational books, I'm reading Think and Grow Rich at the moment. So it's all about your mind and and what you're thinking for you to be able to put it out there. So, you know, reading books and listening to audios as well, tapes from people that have done, you know, that have gone through that journey, you know. So because we're trying to go through that journey as well by building our business, not just now, but also for the long run as well. So there is obstacles, you know. It's not an easy ride, but you just have to have the heart for you to be able to go through it all the way through.
Well, there's definitely light at the end of the tunnel. There's
Yes.
definitely great reward.
Yes.
You know, for the effort. You know, and I'm looking forward to enjoying Dubai with you both, and that would be just one of the first rewards you will have. But I'm sure there's been, you know, success along the way. You know,
Yes.
and the fact that you're here at this level already, you've achieved a level of success. Would you agree?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd say so.
That's good to hear.
Yes.
I know you're both very modest, okay, and work very hard. But what would you say has been, you know, the main contributing factor to your success? And again, Navin, sorry, ladies first. So Paula, what would you say has been the biggest contributor to your success?
For me, I'm just grateful that I built the business with my parents. They have been my mentors. That's been one of the main contributor for me. It's just having somebody to push you, you know, to that's somebody that's going through the same thing and being right there in the same house was one of my main contributor. So I'm very grateful to my parents, Abigail, Manfred. Yes. So yeah, that's one of my main contributors, anyways.
Yes. Great, thank you. And for yourself, Navin, what would you say has been, you know, a key contributing factor to your success?
Yeah, just to echo what Paula said, so mentorship has definitely been key. So being coached to develop the Amway business, yes, by Dom and Karina doing great, but also being mentored in life, because it's life challenges that have been the hurdles for me. Not so much building the Amway business, but it's been life stuff. So gaining access to mentorship, but also personal development. So Paula mentioned earlier, listening to podcasts, reading, getting around the right association. I definitely say those have been key for me over the last few years in terms of growth.
Great, thank you. And you both touched on a couple of interesting points, and you mentioned mentorship. You mentioned being around the right people to help you, to guide you. But if we were in a room with young people now, what words of advice or words of wisdom or encouragement would you give young people who are looking for a way to improve their future? Maybe it may be directly associated with Amway, or maybe not. Just some words of guidance, something that you think a young person listening to this could benefit from. So Paula, over to you. What do you think?
For myself, from the age of 22 and 25, I was working for a major retailer, and in that time, I was just trying to stay positive was very hard. So I would say just know what you want to do in life. At that time I was just trying to find myself, and it's okay to find yourself at a very young age, which I was very privileged to, to be able to have that opportunity to find myself at that time. So I would say find yourself and find what you know and what you do best, and then use that. For me, with the great products that we have in this company, I moved to the beauty side of things, and the beauty side of the products. And I love makeup. I love skincare, so I use that to my opportunity, and just grow my business through doing the beauty, to the beauty side of it. And so that was what I was good at, and I used that to my advantage. So just staying positive with that was, I think is a good advice for somebody that's trying to build themselves in life. Whichever way you go, just stay positive.
Stay positive and find your passion.
Yes.
Yeah, and align your positivity with your passion.
Yes.
I love that.
Definitely.
Great words of advice. And Navin?
Yeah, short and sweet for me, but find out what you want in life. Find out someone who's already got it, and ask them to mentor you.
That's good.
Simple.
Find out what you want.
Yeah.
Find someone who's got it,
Yeah.
and ask them to mentor you.
Simple.
Great words of advice. What would you say to anybody who's listening, and there's hundreds of people listening who are already Amway business owners? Now, this is an ad-lib question. So what advice would you give to somebody who is building an Amway business right now? What words of advice or encouragement would you give to anybody who's already in your position, or maybe has just started their journey with Amway?
For me, I'll take it back to the 9 core steps, which is, use the products.
Use the products, yeah.
Listen to your upline, and listen to the audios, and reading books as well.
Okay.
So that's part of the 9 core steps, which I advise people to do, the main ones that I advise people to do. Yeah. Okay,
good. Yeah, thank you. And Navin, yourself?
Yeah, I would just say lean into mentorship. I guess the one thing I love about this business model is you're never on your own. So just lean into mentorship, lean into coaching, and know that you're not on your own.
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you. Good words of advice. And so tell me, what are your goals for 2020 and beyond? I know going to Dubai, we spoke earlier, going to Dubai is certainly one of the goals you've set for yourself. But I know, speaking with you, Paula, you're really passionate about helping people.
Yes.
But what are your goals for 2020 and beyond 2020?
For me, it's definitely Dubai. Just maintaining platinumship at the moment, and going to Dubai, and also making sure that my mentors and my upline go Emerald this year. That's part of my goal as well. So because our goals align each other, and beyond, I've had good mentorship while building this business and in other areas as well. So I want to give that to other people. I want to be a mentor to the young generation that we have out here. Yeah, that's my goal.
That's wonderful.
Yes, and I want to be a millionaire by 35 years old.
A millionaire by 35. Okay, good. Well, you're on track.
I'm
You're
on
definitely
track.
on track. You're on the right track.
Yes, I'm on track.
Fantastic, fantastic. And Navin, yourself, again, speaking to yourself, I mean, being in education, I think it's a given that you have a desire to help people, young people develop themselves, for the future. But, when you look at your Amway business, what are your goals for 2020? And helping people with your Amway business, I'm sure is something you want to do. So, what are your goals this year and beyond?
Yeah, definitely. So for me, it's definitely to close out platinum qualification. That's probably priority number one. And then secondly is then start identifying some legs to also help qualify in the next year or two, to then move on to Emerald, Diamond and beyond, is definitely where my headspace is at for this year.
Good. Yeah. And just a question again, I didn't ask you this initially, it's not on the list, I didn't give you any warning of this question, but can you remember the month that you earned your highest income from your business? And can you remember how it felt? And can you tell us maybe a little bit what you did with that money? Paula, I'll start with yourself.
Yes, so this was just in the running of becoming platinum. When I became silver and I got my silver bonus. Yeah, that's when the dreams opened up for me.
Okay.
That's when the imagination just opened up my eyes to say, if I can do it, then if I can get this now, I can get a lot more by putting in the same work. So just coming into my platinumship, that's when I saw my bonus was really good.
Good.
Really good.
Good.
So,
and what did you do with the income? Can you remember what you did?
I invested back in the business.
Okay, reinvested it back in the business.
And
Very good.
I bought 1 or 2 shoes.
And some shoes. Okay, very good. And Navin, yourself, can you remember that check that meant something to you? That first, income from your Amway business. And you and I both know, we all know it's about helping others.
Yes.
And sometimes we forget the reward for helping others. But sometimes when, you get that additional income and it means a lot to you, it starts to kind of make sense. Would you agree?
Yes.
So what was the feeling for you at that time, Navin? Can you remember?
Yes, I've been pretty boring with my Amway income. I actually haven't touched my Amway income since it's been coming in. It's been moved into a separate bank account. So I'm setting up myself so I can actually leave my job in the next year or so. But yeah, when that came in, it was my silver month. When the GIP bonus hit as well. I guess it just opened my eyes up to thinking, hey, if I can make X amount this month, the difference between this and say an extra £5,000 a month is just more work.
Yes.
And it's the work that I've already done, just doing more of it, can move up to 5, 10, 20, 30,000 pounds a month and so on.
Yes.
So yeah, for me it's just seeing the income actually come into the account, and seeing it grow month on month and building a stable, predictable business has been great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I know the huge benefit residual income can have.
Yes.
Having money coming in monthly towards your retirement or your investment, for the future. So I'm really delighted for you both being part of our young leaders. Great words of wisdom and advice that you can share and experience that you can share. So just my last couple of questions, and Paula, you've already been on one of our LTSs.
Yes,
last year you joined us in Crete. Do you mind sharing with us? Navin, I'm sure is eager to hear because he's going to be joining us in Dubai this year.
Yes.
But you joined us for the first time in Greece, in Crete.
Yes.
Can you tell us what was your experience?
Yes, I actually got a story behind that. When my parents went to the biggest cruise ship, I think that was the year before that, 2018, when they came back. My mother said to me, we didn't have to spend any money and I was like, I need to see that. So when I did end up going to Crete, I left my purse at home. I didn't buy anything. that excitement of not bringing out your wallet to pay for anything, because Amway has provided everything for you, was the best feeling. And I tried to have a lot of fun, because I felt like I was one of the young people that was there. So I was just enjoying the whole experience. Yes. My parents they've been to so many on so many holidays. So them sharing their experience on me, and now me sharing their experience to them was amazing. So now we have the same conversations, because I don't feel like I've been left out.
Yes.
So you will enjoy when you do qualify for Dubai. It's gonna be amazing. Like, your first holiday is the best. Don't just go there to have fun. Don't try and think like, oh, I have to do this, I have to do. Just let it flow, which is what I did. Yes. And I came back with some great gifts from Amway as well. Yes. On top of the holiday, so it was amazing. So,
what was the highlight for you? What sticks out in your mind? What was the highlight of the trip?
Just finding out about the products, about the upcoming products before anyone else does. That was nice. Yes. To know that I can actually see the products before everybody else does. That was one of my highlights. And the last dinner that we had the recognition dinner. Yes. At the end, it was beautiful. The place that they set up was nice. We were dancing. We were having a champagne or two, and then we also had the fireworks at the end. Yes. just to close up the whole experience. It was sad, but it was very good. Sad to say, this is my last night, but it was very, very amazing. It was. Yeah.
It was the recognition dinner was amazing. Yes. And to see so many people from all over Europe, yes, who are achieving great success in their business. Yeah. And it was great to see. Yeah, and actually connecting with other people as well. Like, yes, you just said, I made friends, and I came back with friends. Fantastic. from the business as well, so that was good. Fantastic. So Navin, you've got all this to come. I know you're excited. I can see you're excited. But also, we've got things happening here in the UK. So are either of you, and I'm sure both of you, but just tell me, are you coming to our Artistry Studio Tokyo edition launch on Saturday the 7th of March? Are you coming?
I'm excited. Tickets have already been booked.
You got your tickets?
Yes.
I'm excited, for sure.
Yeah? Have you got tickets for guests as well? Because, it very much is an event for guests to learn about the wonderful opportunity that we have with Amway.
Yes, we've got some tickets.
It'll be exciting, for sure.
Yeah. Well, I know tickets are selling fast, so I'll encourage you to get more if before the chance runs out. Yes. But I'm looking forward to being there. And I want to just encourage all of you to make sure you follow our Facebook Live. You'll see to the right of your Facebook page, you can actually get a direct link to where you can buy tickets for the forthcoming Artistry Studio launch. We will be launching the Tokyo edition.
Yes, amazing product.
Thank you both for coming in. I want to encourage everybody to have a little bit of a glimpse as to what's to come. But before I do, I just want to say thank you, both of you, for taking the time to being here this evening, inspiring our fellow ABOs and young leaders. I encourage you to keep pressing on and pushing on in your business. And I look forward to seeing you soon. And those of you who will be coming to our forthcoming Artistry Studio event, do look out for Navin and Paula. Grab them for some words of wisdom. Myself and the team will also be there looking to welcome you in open arms. But here's a little glimpse of what you will enjoy. So make sure you get your ticket. And we look forward to seeing you there.